Welcome back to the video. I'm here in the woods again with Mike. Mike, good to see you.
Good to be here, man.
You'll probably remember the Viking house, how great that was. Well, we're building another shelter. It won't be quite as big as the Viking house. It'll be slightly different, slightly smaller, but let's see how it goes. Mike, you got your axe?
Got it, man.
Let's go. So if you're wondering what we're doing, we're actually building like a round house. It's not a house, it's kind of like a small shelter, maybe a head height, maybe shoulder height, maybe slightly taller than head height so we can walk into it and stand up. Well, it'll be made out of hazel saplings. We're looking for bent ones in order to create the frame. And yes, we are going to be peeling bark eventually. That tedious job of bark peeling, that'll be our rain proof, that'll be the tiles, that'll be the roof for the shelter. It'll be like a round wigwam. That's the idea. So you might think this is quite destructive. Well, actually, we're helping to thinnen out the woodland, allowing more sunlight to reach the woodland floor. So once again, this is private, unmanaged woodland. And there's plenty of these hazel saplings everywhere.
Put the fresh ones over this side. Yeah, put down here.
So it might just look like 4 sticks that are stuck into the ground. Well, that's what it is. But just wait and see what this will become. We're not going to finish this today. It's going to take a few, I don't know, maybe days, maybe weeks. And hopefully we'll have a nice dome-shaped shelter with the bark roof. Enough room for 2 people, maybe 1 or 2 dogs to lie inside. And just to make it clear, these 2 will bend down and then we'll bind them together to hold them secure. And this will be the entrance. Quite a narrow entrance. The height of the door will be approximately about that high. We'll probably have a deer hide as our door. Why not? And then as you enter, there'll be enough room for 1 person there and 1 person there. But that's the plan, and as usual, things take a turn, usually for the better. It's quite organic. It will be very organic by the time we finished. We'll see what happens. So for the bits of wood, where they overlap on the top, we're going to bind them. Binding wise, well, we need a bit of nature's cordage, and for that we're going to be using cedar bark. Mike's just prizing away a nice strip of cedar bark. He's cut 2 lines, well, he's cut a strip and he's just prizing away the bark to reveal maybe ½ a metre of length of cedar bark, which will then bind round to secure those 2 bits of wood where they overlap on the top. We're not quite sure whether to use the fresh cedar bark or whether to find some dried cedar bark, which we know will be strong enough, but it just needs to be soaked for ½ an hour. Well, lunchtime. We've got some steak haché, which is a kind of French style burger, salad, some of these ciabatta breads, some vegetables as well, and then we've got some pork belly with a maple marinade and some more vegetables to go with it. And to top it off, some of these. There's something about pork belly. It's probably the fat. I think that's it. It's the fat in the pork belly. It gives so much flavour. I love this stuff.
That's syrup as well. Awesome.
Right, Mike, I've got one more thing. Do you remember this? You probably do from last year, because I think we drank a fair few of these.
I remember this. This is when we first collaborated, we had one of these.
And I think last year it was quite explosive.
Yeah, watch the food.
But this year it shouldn't be too bad. And they're pre-cooled as well. So there you go, one for you.
Look at that.
Woo. That is flavour.
That is so nice.
It's so refreshing, and it doesn't. Well, I really don't think it tastes alcoholic.
No, it's a fruity. It's like a fruity.
But wait until you get to the bottom of the bottle,
Yeah,
then you'll know. You'll be swerving on the way home.
Look at that.
So for everyone watching, if you're interested in trying this, my own recipe for yourselves, have a look at my next video. I think it'll be out possibly within the next week or 2. You can make yourself a batch of this, and it really is tasty. It's quite strong as well. So you can see it's now taking shape. We've bent them over and we've lashed them with this cedar cordage. Well, cedar bark. It's not quite finished though. It's holding. So we're taking our time with this one and we're using as many natural materials as possible. So we've collected some more of these hazel lengths. Now it's just stripping away all these shoots, all these young leaves, to end up with nice, clean lengths of hazel, which will be perfect for the ribs, the horizontal ribs that go around the structure, the shelter, the round wigwam. Cedar bark, such a great material. Keep whipping Mike in the face.
Keep me on the toes, mate.
And those are the ribs, the horizontal ribs. The more ribs we add to this structure, the stronger it will become. So you can see the progress we're making already. We've only got 3 layers of ribs, 3 layers of horizontal ribs, and already it's making it a lot more sturdy. Well, that's pretty much it for today. We've done quite a bit. We've had a nice little feast. We've got the majority of the frame put together. We've collected a bit of bark, but I think next time we come to the woods, which will be in 3 or 4 days' time, we'll do lots more bark collecting and start to put a roof on this shelter. So until then, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.